Welcome back, guys. It's a lovely day outside here, nice and cool. Last few days have been pretty warm, so it's nice for a change. Not sunny and blaring down on us, and nice and cool. We can get some things done today, which is kind of nice. But I thought I'd show you the boat, which is right here. And it's outside now. It is completed, and I didn't have a chance to actually show you too much of the audio system, unfortunately. But what I'll do here is quickly, one at a time here, lift these babies up and see if I can sneak a little picture of the audio system here for you. Get these fucking buttons off. There we go. All right, yeah, you can't really see it. There's a speaker there. Anyhow, we did 4 speakers in this thing, and it turned out pretty good. Sounds really good. The boat never had a radio in it from the factory, which is kind of strange. Just to put these all back on there. Nicey and nice, like so. And then we ended up redoing all the trailer wiring, which I was showing you there on the last video. And there's that there. So basically what I did is I ran the wiring from the front here and redid his trailer plug, and you put a loom on that, put a little tie there. I painted all my grounds just so they don't rust, and then I ran all the wiring through the actual frame, and we've got a couple running lights here. This one was installed but never wired up, so a couple bad grounds on these things here, so I had to redo that, run the wires through the frame, and then loom that all there. And then we go back here, and this was really the only hole for access to this rear tail light, so that's all been loomed up as well. So hopefully you guys get a better idea of what that looks like. But yeah, so the trailer is done, or not the trailer, but the boat is done, and Damien, I believe, is now working on getting his car out of the shop, but it's probably dead. So Doug's been asking me about this Western Union connection here, so I'm going to show you guys what a Western Union splice is. What's really going on over here? Toast? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Huh?
That helps.
Yeah, it helps when it's on. Ooh, and she comes to life. So, yeah, I'm going to show you guys what a Western Union connection is right now. So, sorry about the messy bench, boys and girls, but just grabbing a piece of scrap wire here. And you want to splice off about, you know, 3/4 of an inch on either end, like so. If you guys can see that there, I'm just going to double check. Yeah, you guys can see that there. And the whole idea for a lineman or a Western Union connection is you kind of go like that, right? You guys can see that there. You kind of pinch it in the middle, and then you will wrap as tightly as you humanly possibly can on this side, and then you will do the same thing to this side, and then of course you'll solder this connection, and that is what we call a Western Union connection, just like we do every single harness. Doug likes to give me a hard time and tell me that I wasn't doing a Western Union connection, but you know, screw Doug, right? Aha, buddy. Anyhow, so this is a Western Union connection. Pretty strong connection there. You know, I'm tugging pretty tight on that. That is a Western Union connection. Of course, you'd solder that. You could heat shrink that. Put some tested tape over top, make her look real beautiful. I've never actually seen how those Americans do their harnesses, but they do them like this, right? And then I think they twist it like this, right? And then they'll solder it, and then they'll put the piece of heat shrink over top like that, right? Which is a good connection, I suppose, but, you know, anyhow. So that's a Western Union connection. I guess I'll show you now. We have been working on Shifty, been doing some stuff with Shifty here. finally have run the wires from under the hood inside the truck. I don't think you guys realize how much work this actually is. You know, I have a full busy day at the shop, and then, you know, to run all this stuff inside, you know, just to get, you know, this one piece wired up, loomed, ran under the truck, and then brought into the truck. I mean, that took like an hour and a half just to do that. You know, so I mean, I got a full 8-hour work day, and the light's flashing there, but because I left it in there overnight. But yeah, so the wires are now ran inside. I'm working on doing an ignition power here, just one that can run along with the other wiring that's here. I'm gonna grab a light really quick, just so I could show you guys something here. All right, so we got a light here. So, you know, and not only that, but like every time I turn a corner on this truck, there's something else to fix. You know, there's something else to repair, there's something else to look at, you know, and it's not just as straightforward as you guys think, right? So every step of the way, you know, I'm going through this truck and I'm repairing every single thing that was kind of fucked up with it to begin with, right? So, you know, so we got all this ignition wiring here, and I mean, it's just a spaghettied, disgusting mess. So it's like, okay, well, all I want to do is run one wire from here down and into the rest of my wiring, but look at this, you know? So this is going to take me two hours, an hour to fix up properly before I can even run just one wire off of this to run it to the rest of my wiring. So it's like, give me a break, guys. Anyhow, I know Chris wants to get this truck back before Rig Fest, and he wants to get it back before Van Fest. I'm trying as hard as I can, guys, so that's all I can do. So we got this Tahoe, got this hoe here, and I think we're doing a set of taillights on this thing. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm just gonna double check the trunk here. Yeah, I think we're gonna be doing a set of aftermarket taillights on this thing. The truck's totally locked, so I'll have to show you guys that in a little minute. All right, so I got this thing unlocked, and yeah, these are the taillights here. These are like the long extended ones there, like you'd see off the new Cadillacs. And given that this is a Tahoe, not a Cadillac, basically the same thing, more or less. So there's like these black caps that are here instead. So those will have to come off, taillights will have to come off. And these are aftermarket. These aren't, excuse me, a factory piece here. LEDs inside, comes with some connector bulbs and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and pop these in and show you what it looks like after, as opposed to showing you the whole process. Alright, so we're dealing with some pretty big crap here on this car. This was a Future Shop install from, I guess, a while ago. And, you know, this is what kind of shit we're dealing with here. Lots of crimp caps. I think we got 3 crimp caps on one wire here. Yep, so that's 1, 2, and then 3. And another crimp cap here. There was 2 crimp caps I just pulled, excuse me, off of those 2 wires there. And so I'm just in the process of trying to repair these because this car is not starting at all. I'm not quite sure what the problem is, so I'm going to revert it back to factory. And if that doesn't work, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a factory mobilizer problem, but pretty sure that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to look at this and get back at you. Alright, so even after much avail, repairing all this wiring, taking out the remote starter, and well, the remote starter side of things, because she still wanted to be able to retain her keyless entry, which still works, but still no start. So after diagnosing the fuel pump is fine. It's not getting any spark, which is related to the immobilizer itself. The immobilizer carries a code on the scan tool here. Got a pretty nice Ethos Pro snap-on scan tool, and we got code P1693, transponder error. So to me, that looks like either the key has lost its programming, which is pretty unlikely, or the vehicle's transponder isn't talking to the key. It's one of the two. Unfortunately, I do not have the tools here to reprogram keys or program in keys to transponders. Only dealerships have that ability, or a proper locksmith. So I mean, it would be nice to have that equipment, but unfortunately, that kind of equipment is very expensive. So, and I wouldn't use it frequently enough to take advantage of it. So, this thing's all back together now, and I'm gonna roll it outside, and we're moving on to the next thing. Okay, so we're back on to Shifty here. Ran a ignition wire from there to there, cleaned up some of the wiring that was up there for his GPS that he had up there, and some other charge wire, I think it's for maybe a camera or something like that. Got rid of the CB radio antenna, and it used to be here, but after talking to him, we are gonna go ahead and cog a hole in his shit. Can't wait. Just something I've always wanted to do to Chris's rigs, drill a hole. Uncle cog a hole. All right, so that's all said and done. So we got the antenna mounted here, and I've now got the wire hooked up to it, and I'm gonna run it in behind the bumper here along the frame rail and bring it up through up the grommet there. All right, so I just got this thing grommeted, loomed up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and route it up and along and behind the frame rail and then inside the cab, and that will be it for the wiring side of things. It looks like Damien is assembling this center console here beautifully. Look at that. Glued and screwed. She's toy. She's toy like a toy guy. Real nice. Good job. What?
Yeah. I found these in a car.
From Japan?
Yeah, from Japan.
My tripod just went down there. You found those in a car from Japan?
In a car, and they fit perfect.
Are those Nikes?
Yes. Nike Air Force One.
No shit.
They're the Brazil World Cup edition.
Are they? Are they actually? That's hilarious. Dude, those kicks are awesome. So is this the chair you're talking about that you need repaired?
This CRV that came in yesterday. This one I'm selling this weekend, and I wanted to trim any polisher on it.
Ooh,
a
Roops.
CA.
You finally get that from,
I did.
yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on. Cool. I guess you'd call those J-Spec kicks, eh?
Well, technically they'd be Brazilian, wouldn't they?
I guess so, but that's hilarious.
Or sweatshop, I don't know.
Man, that's hilarious. So you're wearing some weird Japanese guy's shoes.
Well, the car sat for 6 weeks in a container, right?
Yeah.
So it's not going to have any fungus. I mean, that stuff dies pretty quick.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I've been wearing them for 2 days with no signs of fungus.
No signs of fungus with the
good.
Air Force Ones. Hey,
Wasn't
right
there a
on.
Nelly song about that?
Yeah, there was a Nelly song about that. So you're gonna go over this thing with your new polisher. You're just gung ho, ready to go, eh?
I'm just gonna give it a shot, see what happens.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
He fucks up the paint. I don't know. All right, so we get working away, and then customer jobs come in. So I gotta look at a backup camera and see what's going on with that. Holy shit! Look at that craftsmanship, bud. Beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, so this is pretty well on its way. Damien's gonna start making up a.
Go get some more wood, brother.
We gotta get some more wood. We out of wood?
Yeah.
Yeah? Scheisse. Scheisse. Okay, we gotta get some more wood. I'll do that tomorrow probably. Get some more wood for you. Oh my goodness. Look at the glue. Fuck yeah. She'll be a strong one for sure. So yeah, I get some wood. Looks like Craig here is polishing up a Storm. How's it going, bud?
It actually does a nice job.
Does a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took out a couple of small scratches.
Yeah.
It's just because it's they call it a high cut and a high polish or high gloss.
Yeah.
It should be like a
Cut and finish, the final stage.
well, no, because this is instead of doing like a cut and then a wax.
It's doing both.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which for my car should make sense.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff you bring in is in fairly good shape anyways.
They don't need much.
It's in excellent shape, should I say. I wonder how it'll work on your headlights.
I'll give it a shot. Are those kind of hazed?
A little bit hazed. A little bit hazed. But yeah, all right. To work I go. Check that thing out, guys. Freaking thing is like brand new, clear as day. Versus that, which is kind of a bit hazy. Wow, that's nuts.
Sort of
That's nuts.
DA polisher you can buy. So it's got a throw,
Oh yeah.
2.5 centimeter throw. That's so when they say dual action.
You know, when you put a Roops polisher in anybody's hands, it makes them look like a professional. Seriously, seriously, dude.
I professionally sell cars, so
Yeah. Unbelievable. Cool. Anyhow, I gotta work on this freaking truck here. Backup camera is not working, so I gotta take apart this tailgate and get that figured out. So it ended up being the camera, and you know, I'm gonna have to order a new camera now, but I don't have one in stock, so I'm gonna put this baby back together, and as soon as that camera comes in, we'll go ahead and replace it. Man, that's totally freaking awesome, Craig. That looks awesome. Good job. Wow, like what a world of difference this thing made. Unbelievable. You guys make sure you subscribe to Craig's channel. I know I talk about him all the time. I haven't seen him in a little while, but he's here now. My buddy. Make sure you subscribe to him, Bonsai Rides on YouTube. And I'll put a link in the description for you guys there. And if you guys ever need any JDM or imported vehicles, you know where to go. I mean, he's the only guy to really go to. You know, there is other guys on the YouTube that do it or whatever, but you know, all they do is post Delica videos and that kind of thing, which is boring. How do you feel about your job there, buddy?
I feel pretty good. You know, I think I'm gonna do this a lot. This guy, this is his second car. He's gonna be happy with it.
Turned out awesome.
Kind of nasty.
Yeah, it looks really good, man. It looks really good. Can't get over those headlights. Those headlights just look freaking awesome. Check that out. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. Alright, so here we are, just doing some extra measurements here along the Sentier Cancel, and got his pressure gauge here for the, got a hole drilled here. Pressure gauge is going to be going here for his tank, so he can look down and have a look at that. And the switches are obviously going to be going here. I'm actually just working on that panel, trying to get it all polished up, and I need to get some more MDF today. As you can tell, today's the next day. I haven't had much of a chance to work on this thing today, but we may get to some of it. So everything on the engine bay is finished. I got the CB radio antenna mounted and loomed, and I just got to run that inside the cab there. But yeah, how's it going today, Dame?
Good.
Good, 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 good. Got a alarm to do on this, and this customer here is a long-time customer of ours. And he just absolutely loves his audio, let me tell you. He's all about the audio. He's got Morels all the way around. He's got a Pioneer double DIN navigation unit. He's got, you know, HD amplifiers, Morel speakers front and rear, cap. I mean, this guy loves his audio system. So anyhow, today we're gonna be, or Damien's gonna be working on getting this headliner down, because we are dynamiting the roof now. We've done all 4 doors, most of the floor, and now we're gonna do the ceiling, the A pillars, B pillars, C pillars, and D pillars, A, B, C, D. And I'm gonna go ahead and work on the alarm on this thing. So I'm pretty sure this video is getting pretty long, but that's okay. Here's that panel with all those switches that were in it. This panel that Chris made here. Started working on polishing it. Not quite there yet. Just need to do some final, you know, Marmaduke and get this thing looking beautiful, polished up. Won't be a chrome finish, but it'll be a pretty good, you know, like a brushed aluminum look. This is a piece of aluminum after all. So, and then he gave me a bunch of these switches. I just gotta switch out the tops for the carbon fiber ones instead of the yellow tops there. So keeping all these in one area for now. That's done. I'm gonna grab the alarm for this thing and bang this out, and I'll probably show you that and show you some progress on this, and if we have time today, we'll go ahead and get some more stuff done on Shifty. Alright, so this is what we're dealing with, guys. This is just a basic alarm here, 350 i5 from Crime Guard. This stuff is actually like really rock solid product. It's at a good price point. It's an AudioVox product. It's from Excalibur, Crime Guard, AudioVox. Very similar branding there. It's kind of like DEI and Viper and Clifford and all those subsidiary brands of DEI, but this is a subsidiary brand of AudioVox. So just a basic alarm. We've got a siren here. Dropped a wire here. Got our little LED light, which I'll mount somewhere on the dash. Our valet programming button. Main power harness, our trigger harness, and our shock and tilt sensor is there. Comes with 2 key fobs and a brain. We're going to be hooking this bad boy up to this van here, and this is just, I think, a 2005 or 6 Ford Econoline, you know, basic work van. This is another customer of ours as well. This guy has a bunch of Porsches and so on and so forth. He's a pretty cool cat, and I think he just picked up this van for work, and he wants to keep all of his precious tools safe, right? So an alarm's going to do that for him. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and start pre-wiring this bad boy up. I'll load up my DirectX here. If you guys aren't familiar with DirectX, you have to be like a DEI product, you know, buyer, supplier, I guess, in order to get the passcode for that. But it generally gives me all my wiring diagrams here. So this is a 2006 Ford Econoline van. I think it's like an E150 or something like that. So we'll go to DirectX, type in 06, and we'll go to Ford. Why am I silly? There we go. Go to Econoline. And generally it'll give you like a little picture at the top here just to confirm, you know, yeah, that's the right car. Yeah, so we got a Ford Econoline there. Then view direct solutions or wiring for this car. And then it tells me all of my powers and, you know, where to find them and door triggers and all that kind of stuff, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and start pre-wiring my harnesses up, and I'll probably not get back to you until I'm done installing this thing. It's a busy day today, and then I'll show you how it works, and then we'll probably end up calling it a day. So I commonly get the question, why do you wrap every single wire into acetate? And really, the plain and simple answer is that it's purely for aesthetics. Purely for aesthetics, and it makes wire management a little bit easier under the dash as well. When you're tying things up, it just gives the wire a nice feel, you know. So when I'm tying it up, it just, you know, it just wraps up a lot nicer. And, you know, not that the customer will ever look under the dash, because, you know, they're not really too concerned about what's under there. Typically the end user only really sees these things right here and a little blue flashing light. So, you know, it's not horribly important that I do this, but it's really just for aesthetics. It's aesthetics for me. It makes wire management a lot easier, and it just, when I'm tying things up, it just makes it look a lot nicer. So, you know, there's one thing to throw an alarm system in and have it work, but it's also another thing to have it work and make it look good as well. So I've pre-wired all the alarm system here, and I'm now ready to take apart the van and go ahead and start wiring this baby up. Give you guys a quick little update here. Damien has got everything down off of the headliner and is now just placing all of our Hushmat Dynamat on the ceiling, and so he'll get it all pre-set up there, and then he'll get a good workout with the roller.
Fuck yeah, I will.
Oh yeah, yeah. Get that jerking hand working really well.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to fucking do a lefty today.
Yeah. So anyhow, it's looking good, buddy, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. All right, so I finished up with that alarm right there. It's already done. You guys have seen 1,000 of those, but I figured I'd give you a little update on this. And yeah, Dynamat everywhere. It's hilarious. I mean, this thing sounds so good. I mean, yeah, I know it's not the nicest car in the world, and some of you guys are gonna say, well, why is he investing so much money in a car that's not even worth as much as the stereo? Well, some people have priorities and they put them otherwhere, you know, other places, I guess you could say, right? That's what they do. That's just what they do. So anyways, listen to this. Huh. Yeah, that sounds awesome, right? That's what you want, boys. So that should add quite a bit of musicality to this thing. And yeah, So anyhow, appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing, doing all that fun stuff that you guys normally do, commenting. I read all of them, even though some of them are ignorant as F and whatever, I guess. Felicia, Nucci, you can go fuck yourself, just saying. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.